Going.
Reason. Driving will now cost more in California.
Everyone's complaining about the fees going up.
Virtually every fee is going up as
Yeah.
the state struggles to raise money in a time of recession. The driver's license fee will rise from $10 to $12, and the registration fee will go up from
Yeah.
22 to $27.
People are complaining back then. Crazy that people were complaining back then about everything going up in price. They've been doing that for the last 30 years, even more than that. I mean, that was 1991 that I just showed you right now. You're going to see that video right now. I'm from the news. People were complaining then, and people are complaining right now. I mean, like it never ends. But, you know, hold my beer, because back then they were complaining about the driver license fees going up from $10 to $12 now. Look what we have right now. I mean, it's $40 now in today's time. They're complaining, they're crying back then. Look at us today in 2026. Yeah. So today is July 30th. No, July 13th, 2026. So this is 2026, and the video I'm about to show you is 1991. And have fun with what they talk about in 1991. And telling, I remember this. This was pretty impactful to me back in the day when the helmet law came in effect on 1992. I was pretty upset about that back then, 1992. I was pretty upset because I was no longer able to ride my scooter without a helmet, you know. I hated that because I couldn't show myself off anymore. Yeah, so yeah. Well, some people thought it sucked, and I thought it sucked. I mean, because we can't show our faces anymore, kind of, you know. Oh well. Oh well, that's 1992.
Well, Californians will be paying for a lot of things next year, and they'll be paying a lot more thanks to hundreds of new laws passed by the legislature and signed by the governor. About 1,000 new laws take effect tomorrow, and in some cases, taxpayers are already grumbling. People standing in long lines at the Department of Motor Vehicles were grumpy about the new year for one reason. Driving will now cost more in California.
Everyone's complaining about the fees going up.
Virtually every fee is going up as the state struggles to raise money in a time of recession. The driver's license fee will rise from $10 to $12, and the registration fee will go up from $22 to $27. And those vanity plates, so popular in boom times, will now be more expensive. Drivers complain they're being forced to pay more when they have less in their pockets.
Paycheck's not going up. Everything else is going up. I think it's unfair.
Gasoline is going to cost a penny more. And if you drive an older car because you can't afford a new one, you'll no longer be able to buy leaded gas. Smog experts say unleaded will work as well. If you fish, you'll now have to pay $1 more for your license. And homeowners must now buy minimal earthquake insurance for $36 a year. Some other new laws focus on rights and privileges rather than money. Most workers can now take up to 4 months of unpaid leave to care for a child or other family member. And people on life support systems have been given the right to cut off treatment if they wish. Finally, there are laws about guns, criminal penalties for improperly storing a gun so a child can get to it, and mandatory registration of assault weapons. The legislature passed that law 2 years ago, but is giving people one more chance to comply.
Ignorance of the law will not be a defense after March 30th.
Of the estimated 300,000 assault weapons in the state, only 45,000 have been registered so far. As for the new fees and taxes, voters have made their irritation known to Sacramento. The state faces another multi-billion-dollar deficit this year, but Governor Pete Wilson is promising no new taxes. Bill and Colleen.
Linda, another one of those new laws that takes effect 1 minute after midnight this year is the helmet law. In Pasadena today, some really easy riders actually took a couple of jabs at the new law, and Joe Rico was there.
Controversy. This is my pinata helmet.
This is a tribute to Admiral Nelson.
Cutting-edge fashion? Hardly. But this is a statement courtesy of two British motorcycle clubs who held a wacky helmet contest. Actually, it was a challenge whose intent was to lampoon the new motorcycle helmet law, a law which they called absurd.
it's really not applicable to the typical motorcycle accident. In fact, it's only applicable to freak accidents.
Riders, most of them Norton and BSA motorcycle owners, say they encourage the wearing of protective headgear. However, they argue the new law requires them to buy a more expensive type of helmet, which costs $300 to $400 instead of the $75 to $100 they're used to paying.
Nobody's against safety here, not at all. I've been saved by a helmet myself. But I don't want to see the fun sport of motorcycling diluted into something that's no longer enjoyable.
Take it very easy. This is not a race. We urge you all to wear helmets.
For the past 10 years, British motorcycle owners have gathered for their annual all-British trek towards Wrightwood via Angeles Crest Highway. Like parade spectators in Pasadena, motorcycle riders also had doubts the weather would clear. But clear it was for their traditional jaunt. They say it wasn't their intent to criticize the law, which carries a $100 fine for a first offense. They say they came to enjoy the Rose Parade and usher in a new year, a year free of what they call unnecessary roadblocks. Joe Rico, Channel 4 News, Pasadena.
Could the flu change the odds for the Rose Bowl? We'll have sports in a few moments.
But up next, the battle over birds and developers.